finish up just before sunrise, and I crawl out the office window of the superintendent. I haven't slept in almost 2 days now, but I want downtown to myself. Birds chirp as I walk the main drag slow. Variety store with a sale on toy dinosaurs that grow in water. $2 lager at the saloon. Breakfast place called River's Edge on the river's edge. A pharmacy. I'm interested in the vantage points of pharmacists. This place happens to be run by one Carl O'Connell, husband of the police sergeant. Lulu comes to life. Carl O'Connell arrives at 7:42. He flips the open sign before he even flips on the lights. His eyes flit out the window, across the street and back. He's curious about something across the way. Local pharmacist Carl O'Connell.
Last spring, the Tillman kid was zipping along Pine Street. Gets his feet mixed up, takes a stumble, catches his eyeball on the edge of the sandwich board at the pet shop across the way. So I close the pharmacy, drop him in the truck, take him off to the clinic in Omak, and he's howling like a banshee. I'm trying to calm him down, telling a story about a turtle. I don't realize I forgot my phone. Now, that was a mistake. See, Marianne, she'd cruised by the shop on patrol. Most days she'll stop in, take a break, and here it is, 2-something in the afternoon, and the place is closed up. So, she assumes the worst. Goes looking for me at Mid-Valley. That's the big hospital. But we're not at the big hospital. We don't have a big problem. I didn't think so anyhow. We're at Blackbird, the tiny little clinic. And she dispatches the whole fleet. Not like I'm hiding. She finds me quick, comes rushing in all happy I'm alive. That was good. It's nice to feel like your wife likes you. So, I get a superlative in the nickel pickle for citizenship on account of the incident. And Marianne, the police sergeant, my brave wife, just sits there, clapping while I give my ridiculous Good Samaritan speech. Anyway, the Tillman kid lost the eyeball. It was worse than I thought. Hence the story getting out, the newspaper award. Hated that becoming about me in any fashion. Citizenship, my eye. I mean, you don't get the award if the kid keeps the eye. Man, I wish I'd taken Francis Tillman to Mid-Valley. Kills me to know he lost half his sight on account of my turtle stories in the face of crisis. They tell me that's not so, but they would, wouldn't they? Yes, I believe they would.
I miss my eyeball. I diss this eye patch. I miss my depth perception. Oh, so much. It's all flat as drywall. I can't shag fly balls. I wish I hadn't done this to my baseball coach. They're doing wind sprints on the grasses. I'm doing a stint in vision therapy classes, 'cause I'm a dope. So Dr. Trout took out my hope. Ooh, Dr. Trout took out my hope. Janet Coons lives on the north end of Loup Loup Valley. where homes and businesses stand on average 1.2 stories taller than their counterparts to the south. Residents of North Lulu are employed in positions that tend to have more to do with desks than dirt. So who lives on the south end of Lulu Valley? Making his rounds, there's Chesterfield Brownie Brown.
Live with my folks and my brothers out on what used to be a homestead. Used to milk goats and grow trees and that. Turned to more of a not homestead. Scrapyard. Got a big machine, crushes cars into pancakes. And all of us got our own trailers over on the windy side. Share mine with the lady and the boy. And it's my job to go get the stuff. Go sit at the in place of the dump with the sign. Take your scrap metal, old car, old washer, old dryer. Go to the police auction, estate sales. Odd jobs in that. Go out on a scavenge. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff. Found a body in a car one time, all covered in snow out on North Cascades Highway. Phoned it in. Didn't get to keep the car. That was too bad. The guy looked like a popsicle. But anyhow, managed properties for a minute. And back in my rental days, say I show you an apartment and it looks like you want it, I'll walk you to your car because I'm being sneaky. Because I know there's a million ways to get away with stuff. I mean, you can fake a smile, you can take a bath, you can forge a reference or a document, but if you come up to me like some kind of fancy guy and your car spewing exhaust and you got junk piled up so you can't see out the back window and so much cosmetic damage in that, I mean, hey, nothing against it. That's how I am. But that's my whole thing. Anywho, those days are just about behind me because I got other plans in mind. Special plans.
I have too many eyes and ears. For every minute I sleep, there are 3.81 hours of audio and video footage to review and archive. I'm buried alive in information. I nibble on coffee beans constantly. Evening. I'm in the truck with a view into the O'Connell dining room. A high school student, Candice Bauer, joins them for dinner, having walked there from her foster home. I would not advise a long, leisurely amble through wolf country. I start the truck, but I find myself reluctant to separate from the scene at the O'Connells. Carl puts on unobtrusive Muzak. I can't tell if it's supposed to be funny. Nobody seems to care. Now Carl puts out a tuna noodle casserole, wilted greens, multigrain rolls. Sergeant O'Connell speaks on her personal phone with the deputy, who earlier today notified next of kin following yet another rollover accident on the 97. Candice Bauer sets the table in a way that seems both eager and routine, and I find this all gripping. Am I emotional? But I need to beat Candice Bauer home to install my ears in her residence. I drive. Later, Carl gives Candice a ride home. He idles outside till she's safely entered. At 11:09 p.m., Candice speaks to an as-yet unidentified confidant in the Springer foster home kitchen. Candice Bauer.
The ridge of my nose is kind of sideways. It looks broke, but I don't remember. Maybe it came in this way. Does that happen? Got a pretty good scar, kind of, on my back. I'm trying to find a not stupid way to say I think my mom sold my kidney. Like when I was a baby. Does that happen? It's really not that out there. You'd have to meet my mom. And you can if you're willing to make the trip. They just moved her from Walla Walla to Denver. I guess she had a pretty tough getting picked on problem at the prison. I only hear it through the grapevine anymore. Everyone else cares enough for all of us. Growing up, there were always sketchy people around, but they mostly pretended like I wasn't there. And that was normal. Normal to me. She was seeing this guy Brownie a while. He got 86 from the grocery store for stealing cough syrup. Well, he puts it in my backpack, tells me to go wait for him in the car. I guess they keep a pretty good eye on the medicine aisle, or at least on Brownie. Security has me by the time I'm about a half a step out the door. They slap him on the wrist, put his picture on the board. He chews me out a little bit. But Brownie's no doctor. Brownie didn't take my kidney. And actually, I can't even imagine my mom tracking somebody down to do the surgery. Not that it'd be below her, I just can't imagine her putting it together. Somebody'd have to come around, bring her the idea, make it sound simple. Then she'd go for it. I know she would. Oh, God, or maybe I still have them both. Someday I'll go get looked at, see if I still have all my parts. Maybe. Anyhow, she finally gets bopped for stuff you do if you just don't give a crap. It wouldn't take even a couple days of paying attention out there at the cabin, get a rap sheet started quick. Well, she called it the cabin, also known as a double wide in a field. Lots of room for whatever, tearing around, firecrackers, ATVs, hold my beer while I try something, stuff. But it didn't feel like crime because it didn't feel like there was any law in the first place. One of the guys gets arrested in town, cops get looking, it all goes apart fast. The book gets out on my mom, and it was worse than I thought. I'm at the kitchen table working on my takeaways. Cops roll in, and it's over. They put me in a place. And that's how I got to know Marianne. That is Sergeant O'Connell. She was there for the arrest. I put her in the handcuffs. Saw me there. I guess she felt bad for me. Started taking me out of the home on errands and stuff. Always seemed funny she didn't have a kid. I've thought about adoption and that, but at this point it's like, why? I'm supposedly about to graduate. I don't age out of the home till I'm 21, but there's no way in hell I'm staying there a second longer than I have to. Move in with Carl and Marianne, just for community college. And I know they'll let me. I know they will. All that's really left is the talking about it.
My files are rendering. I update those who need to know. They respond, Stormchaser, sleep. I will try to do that. Projections say the shoe drops in Loup Loup as soon as tomorrow, but I will try to obey this command and rest. My codename is Stormchaser. Dispatched to Loup Loup. The song of the slipping belt on Marianne's squad car approaches the house on the hill on the lip of the town. Do the scavengers sleep? Do the predators sleep? Do the prey of tomorrow sleep too? The man in the mask doesn't sleep. Welcome to Loup Loup.